Nanmon Hospital. No old records found as they were taken away by Japan while leaving the island. Taipei Municipal Health Center. Following witnesses may testify. Haisha, Bose's period in hospital with Raman. Tinyan, Bureau's records on cremation. Chu Sun, on cremation and identity of people. Register of cremation is there. Officer said entry of name was made in the name of Ichiro Okura. Tan TT, in charge of issuing cremation permit said, an army officer from Nanmon Hospital submitted a death certificate of one Ichiro Okura. He was, therefore, given a cremation permit and was asked to come next day. Next day he came in a car in the company of an Indian. A military truck brought in a coffin, 8 feet by 2.5 feet by 2 feet, with several soldiers. The Japanese army officer said, the deceased was Bose, the Indian commander. The Indian was the aide-de-camp of Bose. Bose was proceeding to Tokyo on important business, was injured when his plane was involved in an accident. He was treated at the Nanmon Military Hospital, but passed away. Bose's body was prepared against putrefaction by being injected with preventive chemicals and packed in lime powder, and put into the coffin for conveyance to Tokyo, but the coffin was too big for aeroplane. It was therefore decided to cremate it instead. A laborer Lin Bui Mu and Tan Titi opened the coffin. The body was packed in powdered lime. Only the eyes, the nose and the lips were visible, all black. The lime was removed with the Indian's consent. The body was placed on a plank and taken to the funeral parlor, then to the old, Grade 1, furnace. The Indian was told to come back at 8 a.m. the following day to gather the ashes. The collection of ashes after cremation. Next day the Indian came in the company of a Japanese officer with a pair of chopsticks, opened the locker with the key given to him the previous day, and used the chopsticks to pick up the bone remnants one by one from the ashes and deposit them into a wooden box. He was very solemn, wrapped the box with white cloth and left in a car together with the Japanese officer. In 1946, another Indian visited them in the company of Chinese officials. The person introduced himself as an Indian reporter to investigate the circumstances of the death and cremation of the Indian leader Bose. Lee Chin-kui, who was in charge of granting cremation permit, stated that, as regards Bose's cremation permit, what I know corresponds with what Tan Titi has said. Police Department. Indian National Army leader Bose died in Taiwan.
what you just saw is a full-fledged investigation conducted by the Taiwanese government in 1956. Now the question is, when there was a full-fledged investigation in 1956, why in 2003 the Taiwan mayor and the minister did not refer the 1956 investigation in response to Justice Mukherjee's query? It's simply because that time they did not know about the existence of this 1956 investigation. Therefore, there is every possible reason to consider their replies to the Mukherjee Commission as null and void. Keep watching this channel, subscribe and press the like button.